The no-till saves us energy because we reduce our tillage. In the tillage days we had 2 to 3 tillage passes per year, so we've eliminated those. Then with the cover crops, we're now building a lot of our own nitrogen and recycling a lot of our fertility from last year's crop or even from years past. And so, number one, we're buying less fertilizer, and it takes energy to produce fertilizer, transport fertilizer. So we have a huge energy savings in that way. And plus, with working more and more into perennial systems, we're going to do more harvesting with livestock. So livestock obviously use less energy than a combine would use. From the water side of it, the covers help improve infiltration greatly, getting the water, trying to fix our water cycle so the water goes in instead of running off and then would come out through seeps or springs, things like that. Also, as in the past when we started with buffers or things like that, that was the best management practice to filter the water before it entered the stream. A field of covers or biological primers, instead of doing that on a limited acreage along the border of a field, we're now doing it across the entire field. So we're basically filtering all of the water that might happen to be leaving our farm, so it's much cleaner. And the water that infiltrates and comes through, we're keeping our nutrients in place. The nitrogen that we're building with our covers, organic nitrogen, is much more stable in the soil than inorganic nitrogen, so it stays fixed in the soil and doesn't move as readily as the commercial fertilizers do. We'd like to grow a lot of our fuel. We've not got to that point yet. We've investigated a press to look at that we can run some of our oil seeds through and press out fuel. Also makes a really nice livestock feed. We could use it to heat our shops and our buildings also. We've not got to the point of buying a press yet. There's discussion of several producers here going together and buying one in a co-op, which I think would be great because we could pass it around through the year. And we are growing some of the crops that we would need. Sunflowers, canola, we started looking at canola and some of these oilseed crops that we've not grown in the past to learn if we can grow these and which ones would be most effective. So when that day comes, we're ready. We do have one solar generator on the fence. We would like to do more as we expand. And we do have a solar pump, yes. It's a mobile, portable solar pump, so we can go from a well to a pond to a spring. And we're going to get it rigged up where we can use it year-round. Right now it's more of a summertime watering system, but we're going to get that rigged up in time to where it works year-round. It's going to affect our profit once Mother Nature starts to irrigate us again. It's going to affect us in a huge way. We're seeing little glimpses of it through this drought. We know we can, once we come out the other side, it's going to be really nice. If you've reduced 2 to 3 to 4 passes per year, and now with the covers we've reduced 1 chemical pass per year as far as herbicides go. So that's one more fuel savings plus the cost to build the chemical, to make the chemical to transport it. We've used no insecticides for 5 years, partially because of our healthy soils, because of our covers, and very little fungicide in the last couple of years. A couple of things. Baby steps, start with your comfort level. Obviously, I want you planting a 20 or 30 way mix, but if you're not comfortable with that, start with a 2 or 3 way mix. A little is better than nothing. So I want you to get out of the box, but don't get so far out that you're trembling in your shoes. Exactly. And so start there. And then the other thing is put the emphasis on your soil, and the profit will follow it. We're putting the emphasis on profit. It's just been bred into us for generations and generations. We have to survive. We live on such slim margins that we have to focus on today and tomorrow. But the guys that are ahead of me are finding if you focus on the soil, the profit follows, and it follows really big.